So I went to the cinema this week. It had been a while since I'd been, and I saw Speak No Evil. And I thought the film was so good, man. I have to recommend it to you because I'm being sponsored by the cinema. No, I'm not being sponsored by anyone. Obviously, this channel's dead as fuck. But the film, just I was so engaged by it, and I would immediately put it in my top 10. And some people might go and see it, like I spoke to a colleague at work, or a friend really, but he thought it was good. He was just like, I didn't think it was anything special. I felt like there were plot holes, and he told me what he thought the plot holes were. I'm like, no, you just got to like buy into that. That was nothing. And I'm avoiding spoilers in this video, so I can't like go into detail. But why I like this film was the acting was top notch. James McAvoy is incredible in this film, as is all of the cast, including the children. Sometimes you get child actors, and let's be honest, they're not going to have a very long career unless they get better because they're fucking shit. In this film, everyone's good. The setting's nice to look at. It's very funny. It kind of mixes at times between being hilarious and being really dark and quite scary. And there's a lot of tension building. And you're starting to wonder what is actually going to happen here. And like in the film Get Out, which I think this film is kind of similar to in a lot of ways, there's this moment where there's a big reveal where you are shown what is going on in. I feel like I've not given any setting for the film, so I'll tell you in a sec, but you're like told, this is what's happening. And it changes the vibe immediately. You're like, all right, now this family realize they're in imminent danger and they need to just get out. And are they going to? We'll see. So, a bit of context. James McAvoy's character is with his girlfriend or wife. I think they're married. Doesn't really fucking matter for the sake of the story. They are on holiday. I think it was in Italy. I think. I don't know. Pay more attention. Let's say it was Italy. It probably was. They're there with their disabled child. Disabled in the fact that he's got a bit of a disease where he can't talk because his tongue wasn't kind of built correctly when he was born. And this kid is just very antisocial and just seems very quiet and a bit disturbed. And that plays out throughout the film. And this other family, who are also on holiday, have a daughter, and she's very friendly and very sweet. And so when the families are mingling, she tries to kind of hang out with this kid and maybe play games with him, and she's not really getting much back. He's just a bit uninterested, I guess. James McAvoy's character is very charismatic, very likable, very over the top and energetic and larger than life personality, basically. So he kind of gets this family to warm to him pretty quickly. Like one of those people where you're like, I feel like I know you because you're just so out there and so friendly. And so when the holiday's over, the couple with their daughter get a letter from James and his wife saying, it was lovely to meet you. I think we maybe said on the holiday, come stay at our house anytime you want. Come stay, next week. We'd love to have you. They think, well, this is a bit weird. And I like that they think it's a bit weird. All of the reactions to me felt authentic and normal. Because what I hate in films is when people just don't act like they would or don't talk like you would in that scenario. It's like, why are they doing this? The script is shit, that's why. It's why I don't like films that are shallow and fucking dull and predictable. And to be fair, I've not watched them properly because I know they're going to be shit. But like the Marvel Universe, those types of films, sci-fi, any of those genres, typically, I think are dreadful. Not for me, anyway. I like dramas, I like comedies. If they're well scripted, I'll enjoy it probably. But that's such a key element and something I wanted to point out. The relationships are quite fleshed out. This couple's having some marital issues. They decide, let's just go. We know it's a little bit strange they've invited us, but what have we got to lose? They were very friendly. They seemed very nice. Seemed being the key word. So they get to this house. It's in the middle of nowhere. And they think it's a nice place. They're shown about in these, giant nature environments. They're outside in some big empty fields, jumping into water, doing stuff they wouldn't normally do. And feeling quite exciting, and you start to wonder maybe James McAvoy's going to steal away the wife from the couple. And you're sort of wondering what's actually going to happen here. And like I say, there's the big reveal maybe halfway through the film, a bit more than that, but there's a tension building to that. There are signs that this couple, they're just not right. At least James McAvoy's character, he has these outbursts sometimes. He seems like he can be quite angry and intense. And you could say he's intense in the beginning when he's being all friendly and charismatic and likable, because it's just so much that you've got to expect there's a different side to it in a way. But I don't know how much more I can say without giving it away. When the reveal happens and the family realize, all right, we're not safe here, we need to get the fuck out now. You kind of wonder, are they... You know that there's going to be something kicking off, but you're like, it kind of seems like they are just going to go. And then suddenly there's this quite funny moment, which I can't state again for the fact of it will ruin it for you. You're like, all right, now all the cards are on the table. Everyone knows what's going on here. And we get to see what's going to happen next. It's kind of like that film Parasite in a way, where the first time seeing it, you're a bit unsure how it's going to play out. The film has a lot of violence, by the way, which does not bother me. I think violence is great in films and in video games. Like, that is a part of what would happen in that scenario. You don't want them like giving a little bitch slap. You want to see someone getting fucked up. And so when I'm playing a game like The Last of Us, and I'm shotgunning someone in the face from like a foot away and their face just falls off, I'm like, cool, man. That's what I want to do in this game. I don't mean I'm a fucking crazy killer. The Last of Us is one of the most popular games of all time for numerous reasons. It's one of the best games ever made. But there's a grittiness and a kind of really fucked up violence to that game and to this film. Just by comparison. It's on level. So yeah, that's my recommendation. By the way, if you've noticed and you think, Stefan, your video quality looks really good suddenly, it's the same phone. I just am using the back cameras that are actually good instead of the one on the front. I'm sure the quality will still cut down a bit when I put it on YouTube because they always make it look a bit worse. But yeah, from now on, if I do videos, I'll try and film this way. But let me know if you've seen the film. Let me know your thoughts if you did. Any recommendations, I'm open to them. I'm looking forward to Smile 2. I don't know if I'm looking forward to anything else. The Joker 2, maybe. I haven't actually watched the trailer for it. I've heard it's a musical, so I'm not really sure about that. But, yeah, it's pretty much all I have to say. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.